Okay, should we get started?
Perfect.
Janie, I can't hear you.
It should be unmuted.
Hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good.
Hear you. Okay, I think we can get started.
Okay, great. Can you see my screen, Catherine?
Yes, I can.
Isn't it pretty?
It's gorgeous. I saw that a little bit earlier.
I know, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna.
I don't blame you. You work so hard in making everything special.
I try.
You
I try.
do a great job.
I'm. As people are slowing down, we don't want us to be the ones slowing down. We want to take advantage and kind of capitalize on the fact that everybody else is slowing down.
Absolutely.
We've created how to make the most of a holiday month to basically tee you off for an amazing 2022. And definitely come back for the next 4 weeks or this week and the next 3 weeks for all the things we're going to share with you. Hold on 1 second. I have this app on my phone to control my social media, but then when I need to access social media during the day, I have to go through all these steps to get there. Okay, perfect. So I see Alora on. Perfect. Is it still low? Is it any better, Alora? Let me know how the volume is, just so I know if it's loud enough. Catherine, do you hear me okay?
I hear you great, but
I'm going to push this up just a little bit higher. Hopefully that's better. Is that good, Alora? Well, you hear me great, Catherine, so I'm going to go ahead. Anyway, this is Janie Coffey and Catherine Bassick. We are part of the Luxury Collective, and we are providing training for everybody at Game Changers, as well as anybody that you bring on board to EXP through Game Changers to provide you this special one-on-one luxury training that you can't find anywhere else within EXP. So we're going to go over the next 4 weeks, the top 10 things you can do to create an absolutely amazing 2022 in your real estate sales. And if you have anybody that you've been talking to about joining you at EXP, these kind of things and all the other training available to you through Game Changers is something that you can kind of encourage them to come over so that they can get the great training with you. Available to you through Game Changers is something that you can. Is that me that's echoing? So that was you. Okay. Luxury real estate is not difficult. It just takes a little bit different plan. It takes a little bit different approach, and that's why we've been providing this training. You can always go to the guide section of Game Changers, which is up by the media and the files tab, and we have all our past trainings are recorded under the Luxury Collective guide section. To show you that it's not hard, in 2 years from a brand new market, when I moved to my own new market, I reached the top 0.25% of my entire market. I had the third highest average sales price in my MLS, and I listed the highest price listing in my entire county as a brand new agent in my market. I wasn't a brand new agent, but I was a brand new agent in my market. And the training that Catherine and I share, and she's done the same exact thing when she moved to LA, and she did the same thing when she moved to Boston. So go back to the training and make sure to make use of it, because it's just as available to you guys. You have all the same tools that we have. And I feel very strongly, and Catherine probably stronger than I do, about the power of believing in yourself and that you will reach the success that you desire. The biggest hurdle I see agents have is they think that they are not capable. It's not possible. We all have exactly the same opportunity, every single one of us. That's why I love EXP. playing field is leveled. It is exactly the same. Nobody's getting a better split than you. Nobody's getting leads that you're not available to get yourself. It's all up to you. And if you believe it and you know it to be possible for yourself and you put the time in, it will 100% happen. But when you have self doubt, when you don't have the confidence, when you have excuses, it's not going to happen. So the biggest thing I believe in luxury real estate is just to check yourself and make sure your mindset is there. And Catherine can echo that. I know because she believes it as strongly as me. So we're going to kind of brainstorm and give you actionable items and inspiration about what you can do over the next 2 to 3 months, what we call the incubation time, where everybody kind of hibernates in real estate, especially if you're in a cold weather part of the world, where you really pull in, and agents especially pull in and don't do anything. That's when we want you out there, hiding your acorns and doing all that stuff so that you're basically planting the seeds for a spectacular 2022. We're going to show you what's possible, and we're hopefully going to really ignite that spark to get you excited to put these things in action, and then to be consistent with working on your business so that it all starts to create the fruits of your labor. So we're going to give you 10 ideas, and then we have 2 or 3 bonus ideas that we're going to spread out over the next few weeks. Idea number 1, start running targeted Facebook ads to the areas that you want to serve. Now, I know with the changes that Facebook is having now with Meta, that may or may not, I don't know how that's going to change, but as long as Facebook ads are still available to us, we should be using them. And there's a lot of things you can also do with KV Core and, excuse me, ads to be really promoting yourself in the geographic area that you want. You can't do anything smaller than a 15-mile radius, so you just have to pick an area that has higher price listings and higher price business that you want to target. You can be offering CMAs, free CMAs.
Real quick on the Facebook ads. They are very tough. They're getting tougher and tougher. Facebook is getting, and also is Google, about doing ads for houses or for homes because of all of the compliance issues. So because you're with EXP and because you have KV Core, you can actually do ads that they've set up for you, and you just buy it. It's like $35 for 3 days or a weekend or whatever. It's super cheap, and it goes right into your CRM at KV Core. And so this is a great way to build up your database for potential clients for 2022. Go ahead, Janie.
Yeah. And then having open houses. If you have listings, I would definitely be having open houses. People sometimes are going to have their houses decorated for the holidays, for Thanksgiving holiday, for the winter holidays. And a home always feels so awesome and smells so awesome during the holidays that if you can have open houses in your area or you have listings to do it, I would definitely be having open houses. If you don't, maybe speak to other EXP agents in your market, and they might be willing to let you have open houses. That's how I got my start when I started fresh in a new market. I was having open houses every single week for a year. In the first 6 or 9 months was not my listings. It was fellow agents that I worked with who allowed me to have open houses at their listings. And you can talk to agents in your office if they have listings that are along the lines of the type of business you're wanting to do. Ask them, hey, can I market your listings too? Not as if you're the listing agent, but to find a buyer. So if I was in Wellesley by Catherine, maybe I would take a picture of her amazing listing and say, hey, look at what my office has listed. If you're interested, let me know, and share that so that people just see you doing that kind of business. You can be sharing that on LinkedIn. You can be sharing that on Facebook. You can be sharing that on Instagram. So look at EXP right in your market to see who has those kind of listings. A lot of times those agents are going to be excited to get extra exposure for their listings. Start thinking now of things you can do to create excitement. So it might be best of the holiday lights, postcard to the area if you're farming. It might be best places to, we just had Halloween. We could have had best places to see haunted houses, or best places to have holiday brunch or holiday tea. The Ritz-Carlton does such an amazing tea during the holidays. So start thinking of ways that you can excuse me, align yourself with luxury things, luxury lifestyle, connected to you, and giving information and things of value to the community that you want to serve.
And
If
with
you're a
that,
little bit more,
oh,
no, go
oh,
ahead.
I was just saying, with those things that that Janie said, they're so great. If you want to even take it up a notch, go to those places, do a video, and then post your videos. You will get so much more organic reach by doing a video, and like being at a Four Seasons or Ritz Carlton or whatever, saying, "Look where I am. Look at their decoration. Isn't it great?" And then you could even like throw in a house, say, "Oh, and by the way, this house is so close," and you can, this, you could call this home for your holidays. But um, with all of those best of, your best move, and I know everybody's shy about doing video. Don't be. Nobody cares how you look. It's the message that you're putting out there.
100%. And Facebook Lives and Instagram Lives are a great way. People love every time I do an Instagram or Facebook Live that's like a behind the scenes, people love it. So if I'm at a listing early or I stay late and I do kind of a behind the scenes show extra little things, and that again, even if you don't have the listings, if your fellow EXP agents or even people in your market who are having broker open houses, ask them, hey, can I come to your broker open house and do a Facebook or Instagram Live? Maybe I'll come a little early to help drive some traffic. So you're just getting content out there, aligning yourself with luxury listings, luxury lifestyle in the area that you want to serve. Really, this can be huge for your business because the public doesn't always understand or distinguish. I'm not saying to be deceptive, just putting yourself out there aligned with those things and sharing those things. And like Catherine said, if there's a small business in your area that has something great for the holidays, ask if you can go interview them. Because if you interview them and you put that interview on Instagram or you put it on YouTube or Facebook and then tag them, they're going to share that with all their friends and followers. So it's added bonus to explode your presence out there, and you're serving the community. There's so many things you can do with that.
I want to
Please,
just add one more
yeah.
thing to the listings. If you have a really high-end listing and someone comes up to you and says, "Oh, can I put this on my social media or whatever?" Make sure that you check them out, see what type of houses they sell, how they present themselves, and that sort of thing, because you need to protect your brand as well, and you need to protect your client's brand, and you need to make sure 100% that that person is not saying that it's their listing in any way. They don't have to say it's your listing, but they can say it's their listing. So
Right.
because sometimes the sellers will see that and they will be angry, like, what are you doing? So anyway, so just be
Um,
careful.
Actually, speaking of branding, if you haven't already created a brand for yourself or a brand for your team, you need to do that. You should not just be relying on the EXP brand.
Yeah.
One of the reasons both Catherine and I left Sotheby's, left Christie's, left Compass, and joined EXP is it allows us to self-brand and create our own brand on the platform of EXP. Here's an example of my card. I just took a very simple, you can't see it, but it's a very nice soft touch from Moo. It's coffee, like the coffee team. Very simple. Catherine, do you have your card?
I
Catherine's
do.
is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Um,
Kind of see
in the
here.
state of Florida where I am, I can do this as long as the font for the coffee team is not larger than the EXP. The image here doesn't matter. It's the font by the state of Florida. So I've created my own brand. So it's really the coffee tune to the outside public. Catherine's going to show hers. Other people that we know have created their own beautiful brand. So if you haven't done that, please, please, please make sure to create your brand brokered by EXP. You can get the brokered by EXP little logo. You can get that in the logo section. And if you don't have a graphics person, I would go to Design Crowd. That's DESIGNCROWD.com. And you go to the logo section and you can basically create a logo competition where up to 100 different graphic designers create a brand for you based on what you're looking for, and then make sure to get it black on white, white on black, transparent background so you can use them in all the different ways, and get your own business cards, get your own, you know, customized listing presentation, use that for your direct mail postcards, use that for your brochure. So you're really creating the brand of you. That's super, super, super important. That's what's going to set you apart too as a luxury agent, is when you have a luxury brand and all the materials look and feel luxurious. Catherine's going to show hers in a second.
Here.
It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Okay, this does not show the, just got
Push
these.
it closer because of the blur. Push
Yeah.
it over
Oh,
your face,
right.
Catherine.
And, oh, here. I'm going to put it in the chat so people can see it.
Okay, she's going to put it
Okay.
in the chat. But her branding is gorgeous. It is very luxurious looking, very luxurious feeling. And that's what's going to really set you apart. You're brokered by EXP. EXP is your platform, but you are the brand. That's super important with the luxury real estate. With Facebook, if you are kind of an advanced Facebook user, you can be doing retargeting to get back in front of these people during the holidays. You can be doing things to seek buyers. You know, KV Core has a lot of benefits. Like Catherine was talking about, the Make It Rain to work on getting buyers. But these are things you can be doing right now. Don't let up on the gas during the holiday thing. Create, like we're talking about, an impenetrable mindset. Having a daily visualization is so important about visualizing you being a successful luxury agent. What does that look like to you? What does that feel like to you? What kind of homes are you listing and selling? See yourself doing that every single day, so that when you do start to build your luxury business, you feel confident, because the one thing that you cannot have is a lack of confidence as a luxury agent. People will pick up on that instantly, and they are not going to trust somebody who's not confident in that space to help them buy or sell that house. The one thing you can do for sure is when you go to a luxury property with buyers, if you start first with buyers, appreciate all the fine things of the house, but don't ooh and ah about them as if you'd never seen them before. A luxury listing agent is going to pick up on that, and they're going to use that against you when it comes to negotiations. A savvy buyer is going to pick up on that, and they're not going to feel confident that you're the best person to negotiate for them. So appreciate them, point them out, absolutely, but don't make it apparent if those are things you haven't seen before. You've got to know the market. And Catherine is super, super passionate about making sure that you know the market, because people are going to ask you, and they're going to ask, how's the market? And you can't say, oh, it's good. You have to really be able to answer that intelligently. And that comes from at least twice a month looking at the data and the metrics of what your market's doing. And for sure, the first week of each month when your MLS updates. Make sure to be checking that out. Like I said, focus on confidence, not arrogance, not cockiness, but confidence. Super, super, super important. Learn what luxury is in your
back
area.
to real quick about to be really great in luxury real estate. Think about when you go to a Rolex place, a shop. They can tell you everything about the history of Rolex. They can tell you why it's special, why one Rolex will sell higher at a auction than another one. And they just know everything. So you really feel amazing. You feel very good about being there, and that you understand why you're paying so much more money for this beautiful piece of luxury. The same thing, you must know your market. And a lot of people don't utilize their state website. I know here in Massachusetts, and I know in California too, they have amazing data, and you should own that data. Read it, look at it, see what's going on. And it's pretty current, because the data is not just stuff that's on the MLS, it's stuff that's off the MLS too, because they have records from the county records. So those are really good to know. Just know it. Put a big map in your office somewhere And then every time a luxury house comes on the market, put a little pin in it. So if somebody asks you about a house, you're like, I don't know. No, you're going to know it. And you're going to say, absolutely. Yes, that sold in 2017 for that price. But now we're in 2021 and it's a very different market. So just being confident, being able to talk and speak confidently about the market is going to what makes you an advisor, an actual luxury advisor. Sorry.
100%. No, no, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. And then back to confidence and mindset, you've got to have a crystal clear vision of where you want to be, where you want to be with your business, what type of clients you want to work with, what types of properties you want to work with. Because if you're not clear, you're going to end up like a ping pong ball, kind of just all over the place wherever the business might take you. And if you're letting that drag you around, you're never going to become an expert in any one area, any kind of market, any type of person. So you've got to be crystal clear. And then, like I said, have your daily visualization, build your confidence through going to open houses, studying the market, going to places of business, helping support them. Um, and that whole market knowledge is going to warp speed you super fast.
JD and
One,
I are both really, really big proponents of visualization and having crystal clear goals. So do this because this is very, very important. But in the evening, write down 3 things that you're grateful for that had happened to you. And in the morning, write down 3 things that you're grateful for the coming day. And then also be very clear about what you would like to accomplish. It's going to give you a really good night's sleep. And in the morning, it's going to give you clarity of what you need to accomplish in that day. And believe me, it works tremendously.
totally works. Totally works. And do this with your agent attraction too. If agent attraction is part of what you're building at EXP, which all of you should be, but be super
Yes.
clear about what that number looks like too, and extrapolate out 1, 2, 3 years from now. When I first moved to a new market 6 years ago, every day I visualized myself with my team, with the reputation of being the most successful luxury real estate agent, all the way down to the house I wanted to live in. That house actually got hit by the hurricanes, so it wasn't possible. But even when I didn't have a team, even when I didn't have any listings, I was already visualizing myself having that team, having those listings. Even when I didn't have a team, I would put everything out with the coffee team, and people in my office made fun of me. They're like, "Oh, the coffee team, who's that? You, yourself, and your other one?" But I was like, "I will have a team. I will." And like I said, within 2 years, I was in the top 10 of my entire MLS from a cold start because I visualized that every day. I believed in it. I knew it would happen. It was just a matter of time. It wasn't even a doubt in my head. Actually, I thought it would be 3 years, and I did it in 2. But I believed in it, and I visualized it every single day. And now I'm doing the same thing with agent attraction and training you guys about luxury real estate because I know that when I believe it is to be true, it just hasn't happened yet. It will happen. Um, Back to being the market expert. Not only do you want to be the market expert in your head, you can be putting yourself out as the market expert. Hold a monthly market report event. You can have that at a local coffee shop. You can have that at a local restaurant. Have it where you partner with somebody. Maybe it's a mortgage or maybe it's title, where they help kind of have the cost of having coffee for people, or local hotel if they have, but having that month after month after month where you can broadcast it live, you can, after your event, you can share your slides on your social media, you become the expert to the thing, because I can guarantee you probably nobody else in your market is holding a monthly market report. So figure out if you could do that. Share that data with the press. Start to make relationships with your local real estate journalists. There's at least 1 or 2. There's probably a business journal in your area. There's a newspaper in your area. There's always a handful of journalists and editors at each of those media outlets who are the real estate editors and writers. Make friends with them. Guys, they are looking for information. They are thirsty for information. Make yourself their trusted resource, and they will come to you over and over again. So give them the market report. Provide that to them. Tag them if you put it on social
With that,
media.
Janie,
Mhm.
getting to know the reporters in the area, all you have to do is follow them on Instagram or Facebook, and then send them
Twitter.
the stuff that Janie was talking about. They're going to know you, and then when they have a story, they're going to quote you. And there's no amount of advertising that you can pay for that's better than being quoted
No,
properly
when
in
you're
the paper.
quoted, exactly, when you're quoted, then you can start to have on your website as seen in or as seen on, and all the logos, Mansion Global, Forbes, CNBC Money, Barron's, Dwell, whatever it is. As you build those relationships, they'll come back to you over and over. So build those relationships. It takes a little bit of time, but build those relationships. And then when you are quoted, make sure you get the logo and put it on your website, so that that is building credibility to the market, and credibility again to agent attraction, because people want to
Yes.
follow people who are successful.
And one of the another way also to do agent attraction and client attraction is to, what are you good at? What do you know? Do you know about horseback riding? Do you know wine? What is it that you're interested in? And then take that thing and tie it into real estate, and then do a video, and then send it out to, or write a whole article. I recently wrote an article on my blog about how COVID has hampered new construction. Think about anything that you know about that you find interesting, and come up with the thing. If you're not a great writer, hire a virtual assistant who can write for you, but write it up. And then again, send it to all these papers. It's like, and then also send it to reporters. They're always looking for a good story and a good angle.
We'll wrap up this section for today. And then, like I said, the next 3 weeks after this is going to be continuing all the way through idea number 10, plus 2 or 3 bonuses. And then you can always check back in the guide section above for the past trainings. With your market reports, if you're creating market reports, you can do teaser video on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and say, hey, and send them to your MailChimp or whatever you use for email subscription, so that you can start to get subscribers who subscribe every month to get your market reports. And when you get subscribers, you're building your email list. So with your email list, now you can be sending out all that other stuff we were talking about, the best places for holiday lights, the best places to have holiday tea, the best caterers for the holidays, all those things, and build that over time. New listing coming soon, open houses, all the things. You can be sharing your market reports through Facebook ads. And like I spoke about, you can do a live event. So even if you don't have a live event with people, you can do a live event from your office where you're broadcasting and promote that event in advance, to say, hey, log on to Facebook or Instagram at 12 o'clock. I'm going to be doing my monthly market report. And then, of course, direct mail. You can do direct mail and send the direct mail out and say, hey, subscribe at this, make a short link, so that, again, you're getting more people to sign up for your monthly market reports. Monthly market reports is one of the easiest ways that in 9 to 12 months of consistency, you will build your brand as a market expert that nobody will be able to touch. So with that, I think, Catherine, unless you have anything to add, I think we kind of covered the first 3 ideas, and we still have ideas 4 through 10 plus our bonus ideas over the next 3 weeks. We hope you're getting a lot out of these trainings. It's something we love sharing, and that has worked for us. We're not just coming up with this as textbook. This is all real working knowledge that Catherine and I have used. We have each, Catherine's been luxury agent in 3 different markets. I now have been a luxury agent in 3 different markets. We've been luxury agents with Sotheby's, Compass, Christie's, my own brokerage, and now we're at EXP. We're sharing all of our knowledge of all those years with you, so that you can do the same exact thing for yourself.
Yes.
So
Thank you for joining us.
time with us. And talk to you soon.
Oh, and by the way, we are going to have a couple of segments coming up where we're going to have a special guest that's going to help you with an area, a problem area in luxury real estate. So we're going to have resources for you other than just us giving you our incredible knowledge. Okay. Bye, everyone. See you later.
Bye.